Man, what Negro Fight Fan and what Negro Fight Fan and 78 was doing was lying to Devin yesterday, man. I was just coming home from work and I couldn't fully explain myself properly, so I had to do it in another video. What they was doing was comparing Devin to a 38 and 39-year-old Mayweather when his hands and his body done broke down. So Floyd had to change his whole style and become more defensive minded and not throw as many punches because his hands was brittle, but his punches was still sharp. You still had to respect his punches power because he didn't have a lot of power, but his punches was real sharp and they was placed very proper. So you trying to compare a 21-year-old Devin Haney to over 35-year-old Floyd Mayweather. You can't compare it. This is not a fair comparison. You should be comparing Devin Haney to a 21-year-old Floyd Mayweather. And I'm gonna show you. Look how Floyd handled his business against a two-fisted puncher with a chin that knew how to box. Look at Floyd's feet. Look at Floyd's feet. He on his toes and he goes to the middle and he goes to the back. He switches up. So when I say Devin boxes on his toes all the time, when a boxer can see you loading up when you always on your toes and you not using your lead hand to set traps. So when you always on your toes, they could tell right after you throw the jab. I don't care if you throw a jab to the body to try to set the trap. That's the only trap he set. He throw the jab to the body, and he he throw the right hand right after. But the whole time doing it, he's not in the middle playing, or he's not on the back playing. He's not on the back. He's not doing it from the back. He only does it when his weight is distributed heavy on his front foot, so you can tell he's ready to strike. You can see it a mile away. You can see Devin only setting up one trap throughout the fight. Now you can see Floyd setting up multiple traps with his lead hand and his weight distribution. So Diego Corrales could not tell when Floyd was going to strike. That's why he was always getting run into punches, and then Floyd would throw some lead. When do you ever see Devin throwing right hand leads? No, you never see him throwing no right hand leads, and you never see him setting up traps off his lead hand and setting up traps on the middle plane or going backwards, running the person into shots. He don't do that. He only set up one trap, and the rest of everything else is off the jab when all of the weight is on his front foot, so you could tell. So you can easily counter him like that, and that's how he was getting hit by a 45-year-old Gamboa, a washed-up old Gamboa. The Gamboa that fought Tevin, the Gamboa that fought Crawford would have beat Devin Haney. That's two different Crawfords. Look at Floyd. You gotta watch his feet. You look at him. He's in the middle right now. He's in the middle. He's not in. He's not. You can't tell when he's going to throw punches. Because the setups, you cannot tell when he's gonna throw punches because his footwork and his lead hand that's throwing Diego Corrales off. Look at his feet. He's in the middle playing right now. He's not on the lead. He's not on his lead foot. He's in the middle right now. So Diego can't tell when he's gonna throw punches. He's in the middle. He's not on the front foot. He's in the middle playing. Now he's working off his jab, moving backwards. So now he's not on his front foot coming forward. He's going backwards, and he's on his middle. He's on his middle plane. This is how you confuse boxers. Then he lead off with a lead right hand. Now he's leading off with a jab. He's in the middle plane. Look at his footwork. Now he's on the back. Now he's in the back plane. Now he's going back. His weight is going backwards. He's shifting his weight. He's shifting his weight. And sometimes he He changes. Sometimes he changes levels. Look at that. He shifts his weight all over. You can't tell when he's going to throw his punches. Look at that. You don't know what he gonna throw a lead right hand. Look at him. He just now measured him. Look at that. The lead hand, and he measured him with the right hand, and he just now measured him twice. That when he put his hands out there, he measured him twice with his lead hand, and he measured him before he just now measured him with his right hand. He just now measured with his right hand while he was in the middle plane. Then he touched him 2 times with his lead hand on his lead foot. Those was 2 different looks. There was 2 different looks within inside a few seconds. He's giving them different looks. Devin don't give no different looks. These are not traps. These are just looks. Devin don't give no looks. And he don't set no traps. He only set one trap. You got to mix up your game when you're on different levels so people can't not tell what punch you're going to throw. Devin really, when he goes up in competition, like when he fight against Lopez, when he fight against Shakur and Gervonta Davis, they're going to know exactly what punch he's going to throw, and they're going to counter it. But the only reason he's not getting countered right now is because the level of competition and the age of Gamboa. Gamboa knew what he was going to throw, but Gamboa reflexes is old and washed up. I'm trying to explain y'all, this is boxing science. I'm trying to tell y'all boxing science. But y'all people be looking at me like I'm hating. I'm not hating on nobody. I'm telling you, boxing. This is boxing, man. These are the things you have to work on. You got to know how to give different looks and set different traps. Look. He's in the middle plane. He's in the middle. And he's using his lead hand. And he's giving them different looks. You don't know what punch he's going to throw. Now, look. He just now gave him a look with his right hand and then lead off. Look, then he just shot something straight to the body. Boom, he shoots it straight to the body. There's a difference between when Devin go to the body. Floyd was in the middle plane and shot the body right to his lower body, taking zapping air out of him. Just shot it there. He didn't even know it was coming. Look at him. He shot it down there. There's a big difference between going to the body and shooting something to the body. Look at that. That was a hard shot. That was a hard shot in the middle plane. If you could see his feet, he was in the middle plane. So Diego don't know what punch is coming. He gave different looks and different planes from the middle with his right hand, with his lead hand, and his lead hand in his right hand. So you don't know what punch Floyd, you're just walking around and you don't know what punch he's going to throw. He's giving all kind of different looks, and plus he's setting traps on top of that. That's the big difference between a Devin Haney and a Floyd Mayweather. A 21-year-old. I'm showing y'all the difference. All right, man. I hope y'all learned something in this video.